I'm going to start sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to go to a different account to get started on this to show you how to go with everything. So in order to start with voice, you just type voice up here and it should have Google sign up for voice or just Google voice, but click on whichever one. This is going to already be partially done because I've opened 12 accounts and done this on 12 different accounts, and it will never go back to the first page. But I know what the first page looks like. It will come up with boxes on there, whether you want personal or you want a business. The business one costs $19.95 per month. As of this point right now with your business, you really don't need to pay that $19.95 because you're not going to use it as much as if you were at an established business with hundreds and hundreds of clients. You're just not going to use $19.95 worth. The personal one is free. And once you click on that, it's going to have a drop down that says Android, iOS, or my web or web. You want to do the web account. Set it up as a web account so you can access it from your computer and your phone. And I'll show you how to do that. But set it up for the web account. And once you do that, then it's going to ask you your personal information, like your name and stuff like that. You just fill that stuff up. Then it's going to ask you to select a Google Voice number. You can search by city or area code. I'm going to search by area code to see all the ones that are still available in the area code that I live in. And there's none available in my city. I've gone through this. There are no more available in the area. They don't have my actual location, but they've got the nearest big city, and there are no more available in Fayetteville, Arkansas. So I'd have to go clear down to Mena or Fort Smith to select another number. And I am not going to do that, but this is the screen that is going to come up. You can select a number by clicking on the select button. And once you select that number, they'll let you know that you have that number and you'll be able to access that. And if you are doing it on the web, you'll be able to go directly to a web page. Well, I'm going to close this out right now here and actually go into my voice here. Into the settings. Here's where you can select your settings. You can see my voice number is here. You can delete it and unlock it there. I don't want to delete it. I'm using this on a regular basis and I don't want to unlock it. And you can copy your phone number to give it to other people from right there. You can see right here, I've got this set up as web because there's a reason I do that, because I also have it set up to transfer to my cell phone. But if I'm on the phone with a client on my regular cell number and somebody is texting me here on the voice number, I can access that there and send them back their message. So that makes it nice. Also, it also makes it nice that if I'm on the web and I've got the client on the phone and on my regular line, and then they have somebody else that wants to be on hearing what we're talking about, then I can also have them on the web and do that there. Now you can link numbers to your web account, and that's how I get access on my cell phone to this account, because I have linked my cell phone right there. I've linked my home phone right there. But you can click on here to get a new linked number. This opens up and you just type in your cell phone number if you want to link it to your cell phone. If you do that, then what's going to happen is they are going to text you for you to download the app, whether you have an Apple phone, an iOS phone, operating system, or an Android. You'll be able to download the app wherever you get your apps. And then you can download that. They'll ask you to send a code to you. And that by sending that code, you put the code back up in here. It verifies that that's the number you want. And then you can download that app. Now, I only connected my home phone because at one point I was forwarding to my home phone, but that gets to be a nuisance because I was getting it on the computer, I was getting it on my cell phone, and I was getting it also on my home phone. So I took the forwarding off. You can also port your number to Google Voice. And to me, that's not a good idea because you have paying for a phone service. If you remove that phone service from your phone and just have Google Voice on it, you lose that the different advantages of having a main server, a main carrier for your phone service. So I would not do that. You can also transfer this number here to another voice account. Let's say you've got a different voice account that you've got set up and you don't like that number for some reason. You can transfer this number over to the other voice account. You can have all of your messages forwarded to your email by turning this on or off. I'm turned it off because I don't want all that stuff in my email, in my business email. Now, here's a good thing for your outgoing calls. You can set it up to always use your cell phone to answer your calls or finish your calls, and you can set it up with anonymous caller ID. I don't know why using it as a business number if you want to use it anonymous, because if you don't use it anonymous, then your number pops up. If people are expecting a call from you and they see that number, they're going to answer it right away. Let me show you what the app looks like on an Android. Up here on the top, I don't know how well you can see that on my screen. You can see where it says voice. It's got a handset there. And when I click on that, touch that with my finger. When I touch that with my finger, you can see it's got all my, what have I got right there? There's all my texts from that number that it shows up not only on my computer, but on my phone. If I am away from the computer or away from home, then I can also access those here. And then just by touching this number there or this little call here, it'll show all the calls that I've had. It'll be there. So if I'm in a call or I need to call somebody back, it's all right there. And then you have your voicemail here. Voicemail right there. And I'll show you what all that is here in just a second. Okay. You can call forward, have that turned on. You can see I've got my home phone number there turned on. I've got it turned off because I don't want to use it anymore. And you can get email alerts for missed calls. So if somebody calls you and you don't get to it or anything or you're busy doing something else, it will come into your email that you've got that missed call. You can also set up screen calls. What that means is you can hear a caller's name. When you pick up the phone, it's going to give the caller's name. So you can set that up right there. And then you have incoming call options like recording a call, switching to a linked phone from your web thing. You can switch to phone. And you can show my Google number as caller ID when forwarding calls. Well, I'm not forwarding calls, so I didn't bother turning that on because I'm not forwarding them at all. And you can remove all your call history there. It takes everything out. Now here's some availability. Your voicemail. Let me make sure I've got this turned so that you can hear the computer. Shipper sound. There we go. You can record a greeting here, or you can manage your greetings. I've got several greetings. And here is my greeting for travel.
Hello, this is Carmen Turner of Carmen Turner's Getaways. We're a travel agent, and if you are interested in learning about some different types of travel or booking a vacation, destination wedding, sports tickets, or any of those things, please leave your name, your phone number, and your email address, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Now you can edit your voicemail greeting here, change it or whatever. You can see I've got the Google Voice default, which is just a generic Google greeting. And then I've got a vacation greeting for when I'm away on vacation. Like we've got regionals coming up next weekend. I'm going to be gone Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So there's going to be a vacation greeting while I'm on the road. And while I'm away, I'm going to take my laptop with me so I can still keep in contact, but I can have the vacation greeting if somebody tries to call, and that's there like that. You can also get voicemail via email. If somebody leaves a voicemail, it's going to email you and let you know that they've left a voicemail. And then you've got your voicemail transcripts, which applies to new messages only. And then you can call to listen to your messages. If you set up a PIN number, you can reset it here. Then you can check your voicemail by calling your Google Voice number and then typing in your PIN number. Web notifications, I've got them on. And this payments is if you have the business account. And down here, you can filter spam calls and texts. You can turn that on. And this just shows your contrast, the color for your web presence right here, or your phone. You can have it the high contrast colors, or you can have it set up lower to contrast, higher contrast, whatever you want, so that you can have the visibility much better. Let's actually go in and look at some of this stuff. Let me get out of settings. Okay, this is calls. Terry Ford is one of the agents that are underneath me. I talked to him quite a bit. Hey, listen, I'll call you back. I'm in a meeting. Bye. Okay, he is one of my agents, and so I've been talking to him. I've been getting him set up so that he can have agents underneath him. He can build a team. So I've been on the phone a lot with him. You can see there's other calls. You can see there's a suspected spam call. That number calls. Every time they call, they don't ever talk. So I have no idea who they are. So I put it in the spam file because they've called me a dozen times and never said a word. So that's what I've done. And then I've got some of them, their names will show up if you add them to contacts. And I'll show you that in a minute, how to add them to contacts. Now you've got your text messages. Here's all of your text messages. People will send you a text message. You can either type their phone number in here, and then it'll come up down here, and click on the number, and then you'll be able to go to the bottom and send them a text message. Or you can also receive and answer your text messages in this same spot. Now let's see, you are on somebody like that and you want to add them to your contact book by name. You can click up over here by that handset. You got that, more options, and you click on people. And then you can take that number, click here and add to contacts, and then you'll be able to put in their name, and this phone number will show up on there, and save it. Then you can go into your Google Contacts and add an email address or other information about that person. Now, I'm not going to add this person yet. She will probably get into the business, so I will be adding her later. But you can see this person, she's a new agent that I just got in. She's the other day. And so I've got her set up. And this is where in your Google Contacts, I went in and I added her information. You can see I've got a lot of content, a lot of people here. So that's where that comes in handy. Now, let's say somebody calls you on the phone and you are not there. They can leave a message. I've been in and out of phone calls with Terry, and we were playing phone tag for a little while. So he left a message, and you can see it's He left the message. It created a transcript for it. So if I was on the phone with somebody else, I could see his transcript. It says, I saw your missed your call. I've been driving, so I didn't answer anyway. Blah, 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 whatever he said. But it also comes in voice.
Hi, Carmen. It's Terry. Yes, I missed your call. I've been driving, so I didn't answer. Anyway, I see I've got a resume to look at, so I'll take care of that as soon as I get landed here. Okay? Need anything from me? Give me a call. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, that's so you'll get it both ways, by voice and by transcript. If they are able to leave a transcript, it will automatically do that. And you can, I showed you on the settings thing where you can set that up for that. Like this one here, transcription not available. They left a message, but it was just a grunt and a groan. So it didn't give me a transcript. I don't know who it was. Did not give a transcript. So that is voice. Are there any questions about voice? Looks like I've lost somebody. Lost Cat. If there are no questions about voice, I will go into Google Business. Now, for Google Business, you've got your apps up here on your account. You click on that app, and if this business profile manager is not here, and if it's brand new, you've never done a business profile, it won't be there. You scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says more from Google and click on that. That opens up a web page, helpful products built with you in mind. And you scroll all the way down on this. All the products are in the bottom. They give you a little bit about Google and all that information through there. There's your Google products. And it's got for all. This is for everybody to use. Of course, we don't want that. We want for business. So I'm just going to shut this up and open the one that says for business. There we go. You've got all the different things that you can use for business. And you click on business profile. You'll come to this page that says stand out on Google with a free business profile. You can click manage now. Now, because I've done this before, it's not coming up. Sometimes when you click on that manage now, you'll get a box that comes up that has three options. One will say a retail store, one says a service, and one says, I don't remember what the other one says. But anyways, you want to make sure, one says business at this location or something to that effect. You want to do that. You're not really a retail store because you do not sell any physical products. And you're not really a service industry, but we are. But for Google purposes, you're not, because we don't set up appointments for people to go out to somebody's house and repair their electricity or repair their plumbing or do a roofing job or mow their lawn, do lawn work or anything like that. So we're not really that type of a service job. So what you do is from this location, and then it'll come to this, start building your business profile. You're going to put a business name in there. I'm just going to put Turner International Travel in there and a category. You're going to put travel agency in there. Probably yours, you're going to have to type it in if you've not done this before. But I've done it before, and for the expediency of this training, I'm just going to show it like that. And then you click next. Do you want to add a location customers can visit, like a store or an office? Now, for your benefit to get verified, say yes. You can always change it later. So click yes, and then they're going to ask for an address. Put your address. Of course, we're in the United States. Okay, it looks like we've lost two people. And so you put an address in there. that, and a city. The state, make sure you select your state and your zip code. And then click next. If you need to add additional lines, you can do that. So this says Turner International Travel, and it's got my address there. So I'm going to select that and say yes. Manage this business to reply to reviews, updates, info, and more. And that's the account that I'm set up as. So I am going to go manage now. How lovely. Click next and see what happens. Okay, yes, it matches. Okay, you already managed this business profile. Continue to manage your business profile. I'm not going to verify it, so I'm going to click later. Okay, here's what happens. All of this information comes up, and for some reason that's showing up on there, but I don't want that on there. So what I'm doing here is I'll show you here in a minute how to set it up. I don't know why this business is still showing up. It should not be showing up. So I'm going to click on these three dots. I'm going to go to this profile setting. I'm going to remove this business profile. Remove the profile and the contents. Continue. It's removed. Done. So I am going to go ahead and go to my main account here and open my business profile and show you how to edit those. It's going to ask you to set up times and dates and stuff, but let me show you this here. So you can edit the profile here. Business name, Carmen Turner's Getaways. I'm a travel agency. You've got your description. You can have up to 750 characters in your description. So you can put whatever you want in there about your business. I've got my opening date because I started in the business on May 12th, and I set up my Google business profile the very next day because I knew what I was doing. So I went in the very next day on May 13th and set up my profile. You can change that date if you want to your original date that you set it up, or to a date in the future. You put your phone number there. You can edit your phone number. You can change out your number here, add another phone number, whatever you want to do. You can put a website in here. Now, if you're putting your Evolution website, you just go to your Evolution account, sign in. Go to your travel site. It says up here, right up here at the top, you can just copy that and put in there. Just copy it and then paste it into there. Now let's see. Don't tell me I lost my page. There it is. You can copy that and paste into there, but I created a Google or a GoDaddy website. So that's what this one is. It's my GoDaddy website. If you're brand new in the business, you shouldn't do that yet because it's just going to cost you some money. You don't want to do that. So just use your Evolution website there. You've got your business location here, and you can see under behind business location, there is a pencil. Now I told you for verification purposes to leave that with your business address, but you can shut that off right there. That takes your business address out. So I'm going to cancel that. And then you've got your service area. Now I've got a very large service area. I live in Elkins, Arkansas. So That's my address. So I've got Elkins, Arkansas. Goshen, Arkansas is actually closer to me than Elkins. I live 8 miles from Elkins. I live 3.8 miles from Goshen. So I'm going to put Goshen in there. Fayetteville, Arkansas is the biggest town closest to me. It's about 15 miles east or 15 miles west of me. So I've got Fayetteville in there. So that will cover this area close to me. But I also want to have a larger area where I can actually do some advertising and stuff as a travel agent on Facebook. So I went ahead and I went up to Bayside, Wisconsin. That's the farthest north in Wisconsin. It's very far northeast in Wisconsin. So I put Bayside, Wisconsin. From there, I went down to Chicago, Illinois. So all of Chicago is covered in there. And then I went down to New Orleans, Louisiana from Chicago. So that puts a very good eastern border. Excuse me. Very big eastern border. But then I wanted to go further out west. So I went over to Dallas and then Sohorita, Arizona, and then up to Des Moines, Iowa, and then Kansas City, Kansas. So that covers a big area in the center of the United States. So I've got a large area that I service that shows up. So if people type in any information for travel agent, providing I've had enough activity in any of these other areas, my name will show up. Locally in my area, Fayetteville, Arkansas, Goshen, Arkansas, and Elkins, Arkansas, my name is number 1. It shows up immediately right at the top of the list because there are not a lot of other travel agents in the area. There are some, but not a lot. And I know I had one client give me a call, wanted a cruise for 6 people, 4 adults and 2 children. And I asked him, I said, Bradley, how did you find my name? And he said, I Googled travel agent Fayetteville, Arkansas. I said, okay. And I said, how far down the list I was at? He said, oh no, you were number 1. You were at the top of the list. And I said, that's good to hear. That's what I wanted to know. And then I also had another client that lives she actually lives 2.5 miles from me because she's got an Elkins address, but she lives fairly close to me, but I don't know her. And I asked her and she says, I just typed in Elkins, Arkansas travel agent and your name came up. So there we go. By having a Google page and they go to Google and type in, they can get your information. Your business hours. You can change your business hours here. You can change them closed or open and then set the times that you're open. If you set this, you can get a drop down of how many, where you want to be open. If you open at a certain time, then the close will come up next for you to fill out. But I'm going to stay at 24 hours. I got 24 hours here. Tuesday, I open at 12 a.m. I close at 6 p.m. I have something going on Tuesday nights, or I used to. I don't anymore, but I haven't changed that out. So I closed at 6 o'clock and then reopened at 10 o'clock because I don't want people to call me during those 4 hours because I'm really busy. Usually if they call me any other time during daylight hours, I will answer the phone immediately. Otherwise, they can leave a message. And then, but if they're calling during those hours, I tend to answer the phone instead of leaving a message. But if I've got that set there, they won't call during that time. And most of the other times I have 24 hours and you can set closed for those days, whatever, and then save it. We're going to cancel it because I'm keeping those same hours. You can have special hours. Google will email you and ask if you want to do some special hours. Like on July 4th, I stayed open 24 hours. September 4th, I stayed open 24 hours. They have not asked me about Halloween or Thanksgiving or Christmas yet this year. They did last year, but not yet this year. Online hours, I'm open 24 hours. They can view this page, this search engine page, 24 hours a day, every day. So I'm open there. And you can add some different things there, add more hours. Let's say you're taking brunch or lunch or whatever, whatever. You can add those in there. Now, you'll get more from the business. I identify as a woman-owned business because I am a woman. I do own this business. But I also says accessibility, ADD. I don't understand. Oh, add it. They want me to add an accessibility. I'm not going to add an accessibility because I don't want people coming here to this location directly. I don't have any amenities because people don't come here. I do say that I am open to everybody to be able to call me and set up appointments. LGBTQ friendly and transgender safe space. Because if somebody's transgender and they want to find a resort that will cater to people that are LGBTQ or transgender, I will find them a resort that will not discriminate against them because of their life preferences. It makes no difference to me. I'm open to setting up travel for everybody. So that's a good thing. I may get a lot of Christian people that may not agree with me, so they may not call me, but I want people to know that I'm open for everybody. I don't discriminate against anybody. I don't offer passport or photo services. Appointment is required for any kind of planning. And there's a space that you can put a link there. And service options. I offers online appointments and on-site services are not available. Okay, that's all of that information. And that's in your edit profile. You can go to read your reviews there. I've got a bad review from somebody that was going to become a travel agent. And because I would not send him in text after he was in the presentation meeting, I would not send him in text pictures of my pay stubs or my bank account information and that kind of stuff. He come in and he gave me a 1 star, which dropped my 5-star rating down to 1 star, down to 3 stars. So buoy on him. I hope he found what he needed in life. Messages. If somebody sends you a message, you will be able to access any messages right here. It used to put all the messages on there from clear back to from the day I started this business. But last year, October 30th, anything that was there before that, they took off. They completely updated this and they did not save any of those messages. Photos, you can add photos in here. There's 3 types of photos. You can have a cover photo, which is the top of your search engine photo. It will show whatever you want there. And you just add that right there. Drag it in there, select the photo and do that there. Logo, you can get a logo. So anytime you answer a message, you're gonna have to, excuse me a second. You can put your logo there. So anytime you answer a message or text somebody from your web, your search engine, then that will show up there. And other photos, you can add photos in here or videos. This is about your business. If you want to send pictures of your desk, if you want to send pictures of destinations, pictures of nice places, destinations, you can put a lot of those in there. And your photos for Google cannot be larger than 720 by 720. So you want to make sure they are not bigger than that. They are really cutting down on that. That used to not matter what size the photos were. And I put a lot of 1500 by 1000 pixels in there. And now I can no longer put those big photos in there. They have to be no larger than 720 by 720. And they changed that last January. You can add your photos there. Performance. This is from April to September. I've had 245 people come to my business page or come search for me, however they did. 53 in July, 51 in August, 48, and then the rest earlier than that. You can get a free advertising credit. And that is on your initial page when you go to sign up. They're going to ask you, did you want to claim your $500 free advertising credit? You want to say no, probably. It's totally up to you. But to me, it's not a big bargain, because you can advertise. The first $500 is on you. You have to pay that up front for your advertising. And then once you have spent $500 in advertising, they give you a $500 credit for your next $500 in advertising. But I don't think you need to do that, because we can do updates and get free advertising absolutely every day. There, look at that. This is showing from April. It says 323. I wonder why they didn't update that. 136, 42% were from the mobile phone, 41% were from the desktop computer, 37% on Google Maps was from the mobile, and 18% on Google Maps was from the desktop. Less than 50 searches showed my business profile in search results. Carmen Turner's Getaways, USA, legit. Carmen Turner's Getaways, legit. Why did somebody put that? I am absolutely legit. Scuba diving, Beaver Lake, Arkansas. I don't set up scuba diving tours. I do set up tours, and there's more. But you can get there your overview calls. There's some calls in August. They haven't got any September stuff here yet. Messages, of course, I just had a few messages. Bookings, of course, they don't book from here. They set up appointments, directions. 203 people ask for directions. Well, I don't want people coming here. Website clicks. There's the website clicks where they clicked onto my website from here. Okay. Advertising, we're going to skip that. Activities, this is something new. See, highlight your activities. People trust and look for official prices. Add multiple activities. Add, edit, and delete activities anytime. Drive more direct sales. Let people buy activities directly on your website. No, I'm not going to set that up. That's something new. I'm going to have to do some research on that before I set that up. That's something new this month, I think. Edit your products. Of course, that's if you've got a retail sale, and we're not doing that. Edit your services. Now, here we go. All the services that I actually offer. So you can edit them from right here. And I don't have them all filled out because I left some blank so that I can actually edit them while I am talking with somebody. So let's see what we've got here. I thought I saw Princess in here. Princess Cruises. So I'm going to edit that. From 200. I'm just going to put from $200. Service description. You can put whatever you want in there, up to 300. That's still spelled wrong. I'll go back and fix it later. Okay, it's not going to let me save it for some reason, so it doesn't matter. Okay, So that's where you can change what your services are. You can add services there. Let's say you've got, you want to set up some kind of travel with your pets. You could use that as a service. Say, call it travel with pets. And then when somebody calls, they want to be able to have their pets along on their trip or whatever. Bookings. What you can do here is you can set this up. I've got this set up so that they can click through to go to my Google form. I have Google Forms set up. Let me find those real quick. So I've got intake forms. I've got an information form, cruise inquiries, flights only. They can set up an appointment and a travel inquiry. So I think I have that set up to the travel inquiry. And what happens is when somebody comes in and fills this information, you'll get your response up here and you can go and look at it, see how many people have responded. Right now I have 0 responses because I've cleared them all out. Back to the questions. You can put whatever questions you want here. Lots of different ways you can fill out the forms on your Google Documents to have that link to that or anything like that. Or I've also got the contact us page on the Carmen Turner's Getaways, and there's a different form they can fill out there. And that means that when they fill either of those forms out, I will get back to them by phone or by email to set something up with them. Calls. Any calls you get are going to show up here. You can share your business profile. You can learn about the call history. It's all right there. And here is the question and answers. Nobody's asked me any questions here. So I've not done anything with that. I'll answer as soon as somebody asks the question there, I will answer. Here's where we do the big deal, add the updates. There are 3 types of updates you can set up on your Google business page. We've got events. Let's say you are going to a wedding expo in Little Rock, Arkansas. So I'm going to go to a wedding expo. So the start date, let's see, that wedding expo is going to be in January. January, it's going to start on the 5th. Start time will be 9 o'clock in the morning. The end date will be January 7th at 6 p.m. So it's all weekend. And then you've got 1,500 characters to tell about that wedding expo. Let's see, I will be there the whole time. I will be located close to the back entrance at table 229. I will have all the brochures and flyers for different location, period. I will be having a drawing for a free 3-day, 2-night hotel stay. Blah, 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 whatever you want to put in there. Anything about it that you want to put in there, you can put in there for details. You can also add a button. Let's say, let's do an learn more button. Then you can learn more, have a link to a document on your Google Drive. You can make a document, a Word document maybe, that has some pictures and some other things, a whole lot of details, or you can have a link to go to your website. Like I have the GoDaddy website, and I've got a whole section on weddings with different wedding suppliers, different hotel resorts. I've got all kinds of stuff on there. So I could have a link to that page on my website there. So I could put that link in there. You can put in here 10 photos. You can browse and get them from your hard drive. Let's see. Got something down here that says weddings, I think. Some wedding destinations. You could put a wedding photo in there, or 10, up to 10 photos. I'm going to cancel that, but that's how easy it is to find those. I'm going to cancel that, and you can post that or preview it. And because I'm not actually setting that up, I'm going to close it. Okay, you can add offers. Let's say one of your cruise company is offering 35% off or 50% off your second cruiser. So let's say Virgin Voyages. Virgin Voyages, 50% off. There, you've got that in there. So that, then you've got the start date. Let's say you can start booking that from right now. You start booking that from October 1st until, and the end date to book that would be October 30th or 31st. You can set that like that. You can add up to 1,500 characters and give us some ideas. You book now for this fabulous deal. Give more information here than what's in the title, a lot more information. Give them some prices, some basic mock booking prices. The minimum price could be $199. The maximum price, something in there, or from $199 per person, whatever. And if there's a coupon code or a link to redeem the offer. Now, what I like to do here is create another document on my Google business page that gives more detail and more pictures than what you can do on these ads. So they click into that link, and it's specifically titled Virgin Voice 50% off. That's what the page will be titled in my Google documents. And so they link to redeem the offer. The link to that page will be here. And you can also add terms and conditions, up to 10 photos. That's how you set up offers. We're not going to do that. Now here's the one we usually do, updates. Add a description, again, up to 1,500. The only thing with your descriptions in Google is you cannot have a phone number, but you can post all of your mock bookings that you go to the mock booking classes. You get the mock bookings. You can post all of that information in there. The only thing is to change the phone number out. Instead of to book today, call Carmen at 479 595-4003. Sorry. You put for more information or to book today, use the call button below, or email. You can do that instead of putting a regular description in here. And then you click on this and you put call now. and it'll post your number right there so that it's there. You can add up to 10 photos up there, and I will show you what these look like. Those are all of the updates. You can also ask for reviews. You can get a link to go into email, or you can ask for a link that automatically goes to your contact list if you have your contact list set up with Google. But here, okay, where is my, let's refresh this and see what I've got coming up. There. I'm going to get rid of that AI stuff because it's changing everything. Now, I did not spell my name wrong. All right, let me see what's going on here. Let's just click on this and see what happens. No, that goes to the web page. That goes to the web page that Google originally set up when I got a domain name. But you can see it's got all of my updates here. You do not need to get a domain name. If you don't get a domain name, it should just here we go. Finally, clear down here. My goodness. There it is. It's got everything here. Right here are where those updates I was talking about show up. You've got there, you've got all the pictures are in there. And you've got your mock booking is here. You can see right there, there's a mock booking. And this vacation is set for January 10th through 17th. It's 5 nights in a 4-star hotel for 4 adults. $570 from $570 per person. And it's got the call now button. And when you click on that, they'll be able to call you directly. And you can also share this where you want to share it. You can share it on Facebook, Twitter, or email. Now, you can see I've got quite a bit here. Mock bookings. Those are all mock bookings. You can see there's some nice pictures here and here. You can add up to 10 photos. Halloween in Dubai. Mykonos, Greece. You can put all of your mock bookings in here. Here's one that most of those others are ones that I created while I was doing the mock booking trainings on VAX. This is something that's totally different. This is a special one. I have a friend up in Aurora, Illinois, and her husband are Outlander fans big time. She's read all of the Outlander books. She's read every one of them. She's sent me one. She gave me one when I was there on vacation, told me to read it and see if I want to read the whole series. She gave me the first book in the series that the TV shows are made from. So she said that she's interested in doing a Highlanders trip, but she has no idea what they are like. So I set up a Scottish trip, Edinburgh, where they're going to Edinburgh. And it's got information there for that. There. Lots and lots of information I've got in there. In the pictures, I made sure that I've got a lot of that in the pictures. Outlanders, Fan and Friends, Highlands, Castles, Medieval Cities, Optional Outlanders Adventure, blah, blah. $1,879 per person plus $110.52 for the Outlander portion, which is the whole day. Includes tickets for Dwayne Castle, aka Outlander Leog, Blackness Castle, aka Fort William, tickets for Lithingau, stops at Calcross, which is aka Village of Cranesmere, stops at Mid-Home Castle, which is Jamie Lollybrook's home. I've got all that information there, and I put it there so that people know that I can set them up an exact tour to see all the stuff where they film Outlander at. This is a 9-day tour or 7-day tour to Scotland, which is fun. But you can set up all kinds of things. I've also got ads, specials. That's just an ad. That's not really a mock booking. It's an ad where they can go to the docs and fill out a form. I've got other ads, 35% off. Those are ads, 70% off. I've got special ones that I've created. They're ads. This is for weddings, beautiful brides and handsome grooms. Are you wanting to have a destination wedding? That stuff is on there. And of course, all of these things show up in SEO as keywords like destination wedding, things like that. And I've got lots and lots and stuff on here. So people can look at that and scroll through it and see that I offer a little bit of everything, cruises to land travel, all of that. And this is going to help your business a lot. It will help your business. Dory, do you have any questions?
I do. Can you send me the recording because I was driving and it was hard for me to write stuff down?
Why don't I put your email in chat and I'll send you a link to my pages.
Okay, perfect.
So let me go to chat. Let me get back in here. Let me stop sharing. That might help. There we go. Now I can view the chat and I've got your link. Okay, I'll send you.
Yeah, I got out fast too, so I kind of missed a little bit of it.
Okay, I will send you a link. That'll allow you to view whatever I've got posted as far as training. I got several posted, that's for sure. Let me put this in my notepad so I've got it. So when I get this uploaded, I can send it to you. Okay. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Well, we're here right now. Nothing, huh?
What's that? I'm sorry, I lost you.
If you have any questions, ask now.
Okay. Now I think I'm going to go through the recording again because I kind of got an idea like of different things and stuff like that, just listening, but I want to be able to watch it too.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me. Well,
Okay.
I
Thank
hope
you for
you
your
have.
time. I hope you feel better.
Well, we'll see what happens. It may be thyroid cancer, so we don't know.
Oh no, I
That's
had mine radiated.
Yeah, I just did the ultrasound on Thursday, and that's what it appears to be.
Maybe they can just radiate it.
Maybe, I hope so. Something easy.
Yeah. I'll be praying for you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, we will
All right.
have a very successful business. This is a fun business, and it can be very rewarding.
Okay.
So you have a successful business. I get most of my stuff comes from Google. Most of my clients come from Google. I did have a client. I about 2 weeks after I had my Google page up, I thought, I need to put up a Yelp. So I went and put up my Yelp. 40 minutes after I put up Yelp, I got a first client from Yelp. 40 minutes after it published. It published right at the right time. She
Wow.
got a hotel for 3 weekends, and she got 3 excursions,
Nice.
or for 3 days on a weekend, and 3 excursions for 2 people. So that was kind of cool.
Oh,
So that
very
was,
nice.
yeah.
How long have you been doing it?
I started May 12th of 2022.
Okay, so last year.
Yeah. Yep. All right. I'm going to let you go. You have a
Okay.
wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.